Hello and welcome back. I realised that in all my videos I never tell you my name, so I thought you might be interested to know that my name's Vicky. I think some of you have picked up on that already, but yes, I'm Vicky. I do watch some videos where every video begins with "Hi, I'm Wendy" or whoever, and I feel as if I really need to tell you once, my name's Vicky, and now you know my name. But then I suppose there might be new people to my channel who don't know my name. But I don't go in for that sort of starting every video with, "Hi, this is Earth Angel. Please subscribe to my channel." I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all. I just don't go in for that. It's kind of not me. But funnily enough, a lot of the videos I watch, when I start them, I know exactly how they're going to start. And you're kind of expecting that little routine introductory phrase that they say every time. But anyway, maybe I'll start all my videos with, "Hi, it's Vicky, welcome to my channel." Who knows? Anyway, that's not why I'm here today. I didn't really want to make this video because I don't feel as if it'll be that interesting, but at the same time, I've had people ask, and I know that people are interested to know how I'm doing with the no spend. Well, initially it was just a no spend week, which was completely no spend. So at the very beginning of the year, I started a no spend year, which was more about not spending money on anything that's unnecessary. Obviously food and fuel is necessary, but I wanted to do a challenge where I wasn't buying any clothes, shoes, makeup, those sort of things if I could help it. But then I started a new challenge in September because we had had a very, very expensive first 2 weeks of the month. Was so expensive. So for the last 2 weeks of the month, I wanted to try and not spend any money at all. So that first week that I set myself the challenge, managed that fine. Going 7 days without spending anything isn't really that difficult. And obviously we had plenty of food in the freezer and the fridge and the pantry to get us by. As we went into the second week, we did go and buy a few groceries, mainly fresh stuff like salads, vegetables, fruit, bread, and I bought myself some almond milk because I have tried making almond milk before but don't really have a great deal of success. I find it doesn't matter how finely you filter it, I still have sort of a graininess to it which I don't like. So I bought some almond milk, but I do like coconut milk, and I've got some coconut powder here which was in my pantry anyway, so I've been making my own coconut milk with this powder. And I also have some desiccated coconut that I buy package free from our local health food shop, and I think that when this is gone I may try blending that up until it becomes a powder and making more coconut milk from that. So those are the things we bought, and I think that second week or the last week in September we spent around about £40 on fresh stuff to fill up the cupboards and fridge. Like I say, bread, I ate a lot of celery, lettuce, some vegetables, potatoes, carrots, those kinds of things, some fruit and so on. So done quite well, and now here we are right into the beginning of October, and today should be payday. So although I intend to carry on spending as little as possible and using up the food that's in the freezer and the pantry, I do really want to get that freezer kind of worked right down and use up as much as I can. That does mean I'll have a couple of empty drawers, and it means that when it comes around to filling it, it'll be an expensive thing to do. But I am quite keen to just get through the stuff. There's food in there that we will have bought for my son when he was living at home, which I wouldn't eat normally, but I'm going to eat because it needs using up. And then just fill the freezer with stuff that we want ourselves. I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. So that's my very quick little update to let you know that challenge completed, and I feel as if I did quite well. So to only spend £40 on food in 2 weeks was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, and hopefully by the end of October I'd like to be able to say that we have a certain amount of money to put into our savings, because again, cutting back on the spending as much as we possibly can, I'd like there to be money left at the end of the month so that I can transfer that into my savings account, because we have a fairly short-term goal towards getting our mortgage paid off. And this came about, if you're interested. If not, shut off now, shut the video off, but if you are, I'm going to talk for about 30 seconds. We were married for 25 years last year, and this year, married 26 years obviously, and that was when our mortgage should have been paid off. in theory. We bought our first house after we'd been married a year, and you tend to take out a mortgage for 25 years. Naturally, we moved up to a bigger house, and then we moved a second time to an even bigger house. Not massive, but you know. But in theory, if we'd have stayed in that small 3-bedroom semi that we bought, you know, when we first got married. My phone thinks I'm saying, "Hey Siri," and I'm not. Shh, shh. Where was I? If in theory, if we'd have stayed in that house, we would have paid the mortgage off by now. And so it's by moving to a bigger house that it isn't. And that kind of, when it came round, it sort of felt a little bit depressing to think, oh, we could have had our mortgage paid off by now. Of course, we'd have been in a much smaller house. But as the children have left home, we could manage in that smaller house now. Of course, when they were growing up and we had 3 children who were rapidly growing, we needed the space, which is why we moved. Anyway, it just made us stop and think, we want to get this mortgage paid off. Let's do it as quick as we can. So we are hoping to have it paid off within 7 years. That's part of our plan. And so obviously, end of every month, I want to have some money left over to put into our savings account so that we can overpay on the mortgage as often as possible. So I shall update you on that in about a month's time. Thanks for watching. Don't normally say please subscribe, but I have noticed that since I've come back to YouTube after that short break, my subscribers have gone down a little bit, which is fair enough. That's absolutely fine. But I wonder if saying please subscribe and click that like button, I wonder if that makes any difference. Everyone else does it. It seems to work for them. Who knows? I don't mind, honestly. If you want to subscribe, that's great. And if you want to unsubscribe, that's fine too. I'm not going to look at that figure. I'm not going to look to see whether it's going up or down. Don't agree with it. Bye-bye.